finer. Crack me a Dutch shot. Time to unwind, yeah. Kama Sutra in my thoughts, I'm hoping she won't shut me down. If she ain't the one for the night, I know others in town. Tryna do right. If she go bye, me it's so insane thing. That's just what time. If you say that you're gone, I just act like it's nothing to me. When you say that you love me, it's something I didn't believe. Back on my bullshit, stuck on my ways, I always ignored them. On bad behavior, should've done right. You say I lie, shooting the light. Now there's no chilling with you. This my fault, this my fault, this my fault. I don't have no one to blame. This my fault, this my fault, this my fault. I am accustomed to change. This one for you, this one for you, this one for I ain't gon' see you again. This one for you, this one for you, this one for the lost me a loving friend. This one for you, this one for you, this one for you. This one for you, this one for you, this one for you. Summertime blue. Falling ship, all aboard, brace the dip, love at war. Wish I could do magic just like Dumbledore. Would we be a better fit if I wasn't so reckless? Never did I leech onto you, wasn't looking a benefit. Follow me down this road. Where will we end? I should've been no. Harbored a heart about 2 years ago. Down with a thought, you know how it go. You were a class act that could've played the rules, stayed a full plate was full. Never knew I was capable of playing you. Now it's too late for two. I was out of my mind, oh nah. Blaming on the wine, oh la. Really not the type for drama. Still I pay the price with karma. You say I lie. Should've done right. Should've done lie. There's no chillin' with you. This my fault. This my fault. This my fault. I don't have no one to blame. This my fault. This my fault. This my fault. I am accustomed to change. This one for you.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. A little on the early side, but I hope that doesn't deter people from checking me out.
Talking about locking yourself out like you did?
Listen, I got here on time to start my show for 4 o'clock, and the door is closed. It's locked. So I get a question mark from Truth over here, because I'm late. I guess it's 4:03 at the time. And I text him right back, like, don't question mark me. Damn it, the front door is locked. Seriously. He says he went downstairs and he seen me close and lock the door.
I didn't say I went downstairs and saw you do it. I said you did it.
He said that I locked myself out to make myself look bad. I did not do that. That did not happen. Listen, the way my eyeballs have been feeling for like the past couple of days, I could barely even see as I was walking up here. I got chronic dry eye disease, so. But I would like to thank Truth because after a whole week of thinking about these drops that he told me he was going to give me, I finally got them today.
Well, I had them in the car, but it was just more lines of trying to remember to actually give it to you because I saw you Thursday, then I saw you Friday, and it just was like,
All good. But you know what, though? I ain't going to front. It feels better already.
No, those are the true. Here's the thing. I learned the difference between real insurance and dead serious. The real insurance and the insurance that, you get assistance insurance.
Yes. It's
big difference.
Listen.
Big difference. So I went to this eye place, whatever, because I wear glasses, but I would rather do my prescription contacts. Mm-hmm. I don't like that hold on your face, you move.
Yeah, I wear glasses too.
So I went to this kind of upper scale place to get it done. And, these are, because I had dry eyes. And they were like, well, we got to test your eyes out before we actually give you the okay to actually get contacts. So I was like, all right. So they gave me those drops.
Okay. Yeah, these are good.
Obviously, it was a little smaller bottle. Yeah. But I was like, all right, when I run through these, I got to go get some more. But those, top of the line.
Good. Thank you. You know what? It honestly does feel better. My eye did stop dripping, so That's always a good thing, but with everything else I got going on in this
But
pregnancy.
maybe if you had the drops, you wouldn't have locked yourself out. Just saying.
I didn't lock myself. Yo, I didn't do that. I've done things for attention before, but
Nobody said that about attention.
I would
Just
never
said you
lock
locked
myself
yourself
out. Because he had to come all the way downstairs to unlock the door and let me in.
Nah, you know what it is? Someone did leave. But I didn't think they would, lock the door because, they see a car parked downstairs. So, but, I mean, everybody different. You can't expect everybody to do what you would do.
Yep. All right. So, a couple of days ago on my Facebook page, in fact, it was Tuesday, I had put up a question, my question of the week. And it is going to be the only thing I discuss today, I think. Unless we want to get into why married men sit in inboxes, which is what Michelle, shout out to her, suggested that I talk about last night on her show. Also, you want to definitely check her show out. What's the definition of love?
Especially last night. It gives you an opportunity to see a different side of Goddess.
Yes.
And what I love about situations like that is, it helps people know you a little better.
Yeah.
They know you here, and then you're on someone else's show, and it's like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like Goddess Simone was like last night. She was like, wow, I didn't know that, and stuff like that. So definitely check it out. The link will be up by Sunday.
Okay.
I'm like super busy right now. So. But the show is there. If you just want to go there on our page, the show is there.
It was good. She asked me questions that I don't audition for anything that I do on my show or anybody else's shows unless you know what to expect. When I go on Erica's show, she gives me about 30 different topics that we're going to talk about ahead of time. So you get an opportunity to kind of, brush up
Get
on
ready.
some things.
Right.
This last night, I didn't even ask her until I came in and sat down, what are we talking about? And Truth over here said you, and I should have listened to him when he said you because it was about me. I thought he was joking, but
nobody take me serious.
Michelle was just like, sit down.
Poor me.
Then I started getting to ask a bunch of questions, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna make me really put myself out there so people do see a different side of me. I'm not just like this nasty, naughty little freak, guys. I do have a little bit of a heart, and I guess I displayed that last night. So you definitely want to make sure you check that out.
Thank God they can't see my face, but go ahead.
You over here making faces. I'm not a little nasty, naughty freak.
As I sip my colored water.
You know what? I can't wait till I can drink me a drink. It sucks that I can't. All right, ladies. So you meet a guy. Everything about this guy has got you intrigued. It's a little different. He is going more for like the mind aspect of trying to find out about who you are and what you're about rather than the sexuality thing. So you're intrigued by that. So for every day for about 3 months, you guys are communicating somehow, whether it be via text message or Facebook Messenger or, a phone call. You guys are talking. And throughout the time that you're talking, you know about his children. You know about his situation. You know about where he lives, where he's from, where he works, what he likes, where his mind is as far as what he's looking for in a woman. And very briefly, he talks to you about the mother of his children. But when he does, it's all negativity. It's not anything that would make you feel as if they're still involved with each other, especially because of the things that he's saying about her. Like, how could you? How could you want to be with somebody like that type thing? And a lot of men have been in situations like this, where they're trying to get to know somebody new and they know they got somebody, that's involved in their life. But we're going to bash them, but then go sleep with them every chance we get and lie about it, to the new one that we met and have her think she's something special. Or that he's going to be waiting for her, because she's in a predicament right now where she's not as sexual as she would like to be. So you're sitting home and you're watching the Grammys on Sunday and your phone rings and it's a number that you have never seen before. And you answer the phone, and the first thing you hear when you answer the phone from the background was, which is what a lot of women do, I thought our kids meant everything to you. As if a man going to meet somebody else or a woman finding out about her man cheating on her or potentially trying to cheat or meet somebody else has anything to do with the way you feel about your children. So I'm trying to be as just descriptive as I can, but the man is not only the one that you look at here. You got the woman who's in the background. I thought our kids meant everything to you. And then she proceeds with, who is this? I'm blank's girlfriend or blank's wife. You, as the person who's sitting on the phone, receiving the phone call, you're floored because, number one, I know this is not the one who be sitting at home waiting on his paycheck every single week. And I know this is not the one who, barely takes care of herself, let alone her children, treats them bad in bed, no job for years. Just, not your cup of tea as far as you feel like you could do better. You want a woman that's more motivated. She had no dreams, no aspirations. She's lazy, no motivation, shit like that. I know this is not who's calling me right now. This is not who this is on the phone. And I just want to know, like, and I posted this on Facebook, and I'll get to my comments in a second. Why do men, and I guess women do it too, I don't know. I bash men, but I'm not trying to lay up with them. Why do men bash the mother of their children and make them look bad and still lay up with them? I need answers and I need clarity. I need to figure out, why men do this. Why is she a bitch to everybody else, but then you eating a pussy when you get home? Like, why are things like this happening? What is it?
What was the question that you posted on your page? The exact question.
Okay.
So then we'll get into the comments and, we'll break down everyone's comment.
All right. So the exact question that I asked on my page, I'm sorry, I had to show up, is, hold on, y'all.
Okay.
Why do men bash the women that they're with rather than leave? Why put her down and still be with her?
Okay. All right. So what kind of comments we got? Then we'll.
Okay. From Flick Dollar, he said, men don't do that. The ones that do that are either insecure, unable to properly articulate what they're feeling and really want their partner, or just outright homeless and have nowhere else to go. Those are all qualities of boys, not men.
I'll give him that. Unfortunately, we really... It's hard, I guess you would say, to really try to look at the individual you're talking to and seeing if they're portraying themselves as a man or a woman or a girl or boy.
Okay.
Not everybody that's the age of 36. I'm 44. I don't care. I look good for my age.
Hey.
But not everyone that is my age or your age acts their age.
Right.
Like I always tell my son, be 13, don't act 13.
Okay.
Carry yourself better.
He's 46, by the way.
Well, I understand that, but it's just like he's 46, but obviously he's acting like he's 6. At the end of the day, you have to conduct yourself like a 46-year-old. And that should be a person who knows what they want, how they want it, and the way to go about getting it.
Right.
Like, I don't have an issue with a lot of these older men dating these younger women, as long as they're doing it to teach the women the proper way to conduct themselves. Mm-hmm. I'm down. I'm all for that. Mm-hmm. I'm all for that. I'll raise my hand, line up, let's go. Mm-hmm. But for those who just wants to be with a young girl, just to be with a young girl because it's, nice to have something nice on your arm and you think the coochie is tighter or whatever the fuck the situation is, no, those are boys. You know what I mean? So I'm with Dollar on that one. Yeah, you're definitely going to conduct yourself like a man and you would communicate.
Right. I mean, okay, let me get to the next comment and then I'll get into it. Tika Watson, shout out to her. I love her. She goes, unfortunately, the ones that those are the ones that want to be able to control a woman, especially if he's working and paying all the bills. He feels he has that right to keep her down. Tracy Day Michelle.
Oh, back up with that.
Okay.
Men and women, you have to be careful with that whole wanting to be a kept woman or kept man, which means you want to be taken care of.
That's her.
The people that are being taken care of is like a man taking care of a woman is like his child. You're living his child role. No, it's not. Oh, it's nasty. No, he's not sleeping with his child. What I'm saying is those are the steps you're taking. So what means is he's going to ration money to you. He's going to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it. Because you're allowing him to put you in that you're the child role. So you can't get mad.
I thought about that. When he told me he basically supports her, I'm like, well, how does she maintain rent or take care of the children if she doesn't have a job?
Here's the thing. You have, like, I used to date this girl. Sexy as hell. Bad. Latin. You know what I mean? Puerto Rican, but built like she's Dominican. You know what I mean? Nasty as hell. I really was fucking with this shorty. But it was just more lines. Unfortunately, she waited to the age of like 35 to 36 to want to be a kept woman. When I met her, she had told me she was single. So we decided, we still had lunch and joked, whatever. But when I approached her, she was single, but she didn't really give me a call. I gave her my number, nothing like that. But I'm a grown-ass man. Okay, cool, no problem.
Right.
So the time passed by. She went on meeting someone, but I didn't know that she was in a relationship at that time. But, around my birthday party, she had drinks, I had drinks. One thing led to another. I smashed.
Hey.
I didn't find out until like a week or two later that she actually was in a relationship. But it was just more lines was her unhappiness, but the fact that she was still in it because of the situation she put herself in.
Yeah.
She gave up her apartment. She gave up her car. And he was smart the way he did it. I always say I would love to shake this motherfucker hand. Because he got her a new car, but he made sure it was in her name. So people's like, well, that's the way it should be. No. Because if he's paying the payments, it's in your name. So if he decide not to pay it, your credit getting fucked up, not his.
Yeah.
You already gave up your crib.
Same thing with the tickets and stuff that come along with
all that. It's in your name.
Registration.
So, he came, with it. But like I said, all that time she had to live that life. And yeah, she wanted to be a kept woman. The only thing she had going for her at that time was that she had a job.
Okay.
Then she wound up losing that because she got a little temper or whatever.
Uh-oh.
But more lines of like, if you stay 100% dependent on the other person, and when I mean that man would ration money out to her, this motherfucker knew how to give her money to the cents. Yeah, exactly. So that goes to show you, like, be careful if you want to be in that kept role. It's similar to a job because you're sitting there waiting for someone to upload funds into your bank account or your motherfucking hand or pocket.
Not only that, a person knows that it's going to be a lot harder for them to walk away being cheated on if they know that
other options. You have no other options. There's no other place you can go.
You're going to deal with me doing this because I'm paying all the bills. You have no way to support yourself, and that's just it. So you're going to deal with me being, the way I am.
Exactly. And that's, that's the thing. That's what I say. You got to really be careful about really being in that situation, toting those lines. Because at the end of the day, if you want to be portrayed as a particular type of person, that's the way they're going to do it.
Yeah. But then, too, why know that somebody is saying these things about you and not want to better yourself? I'm quite sure. I mean, I know this ain't the first time because she was screaming and yelling that he was cheating on her with a 22-year-old porn star.
Shit, nothing wrong with that. I would say this.
I think I'm better than a 22-year-old porn star. But.
I feel you. I was at work today and I ran into a guy. Gemini just like me.
Okay.
So, he has similar traits to me. Yeah, I'm fucked up in the head. But it's just more lines of dude is like, my self-esteem is bad. But I try to explain to him, every day you wake up, I don't give a fuck what you're going through. You have an opportunity to make your situation better.
Yeah.
But you can't expect better just knock on your door and say, I'm here.
Right.
You got to go out there and get it. Put yourself in the right situation to better yourself.
Yeah.
So that woman allowed herself to get super comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you have some people that will take advantage of a woman like her in her situation where, hey, I'm going to go fuck anything and everything I want because it ain't like you could do anything about it.
Right. That's how I see it as. I mean, Tracy Day, she said, because men like this are sad and they know no one else is going to put up with their shit. So they end up just being accustomed to this way of living.
I mean, I understand where she comes from.
Baka Ragan, he said it's a human thing. Women do it too. Don't you see this more with men?
That nigga doing it right now. That's why he said it like that. You saw the way he answered that? He like, I'm doing this shit right now, shorty. I always say men need to understand women and women need to understand men.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we get into this, what we want, how we want it, the way we want it. And we don't understand women as an individual.
Right.
I don't care short, fat, tall, skinny, dark, titties, ass, pretty eye, whatever the fuck it is. When it comes to certain things, all women are the same.
Yeah.
And you gotta kind of like pick and choose because they got some that know when to shut the fuck up, and they got others that seriously, they got some that don't. Mm-hmm. Men are really simple. They want to come home, relax a little bit, and let them unwind a little bit. Then they'll sit there and listen, but they ain't want to hear the same shit over and over again. But there are a lot of people out there. That's I always say, take your time and be patient, and you'll wind up actually finding the person that fits everything that you are, instead of just, oh wow, she's mad pretty, let me holler.
Yeah. Trying to explain this to my 20-year-old. God bless his little heart. He don't understand yet.
Well, you need a couple more heartbreaks. That's it.
Jamal Williams, he said, for the men who actually do that, it makes them feel big and in control because they know they couldn't get away with that shit with any other woman who's strong enough to challenge their authority. Something about mental and physiological domination really gets a guy to stick around because he knows it makes him feel, and he knows how it makes him feel, and despite how it affects her, it's the situation that he never wants to leave.
Starts in the home. You have people who grow up in particular households, but you just have some people that just want to be dominated. You got a lot of men that love to be dominated by women. Women pay the bills, men get paid, they hand a check over to the wife or girlfriend or whatever. So there are men out there that infatuatedly love shit like that. And that's why I would say you got to find the square peg to fit in your square hole instead of trying to put a triangle in it because it's not going to fit. You gotta, if you are that type of person, male or female, who likes to be in charge, likes to be in control, then the last thing you want is to socialize yourself with someone who's the complete opposite of what you want.
Right.
And then you wonder why you're arguing all the time and bumping heads and shit.
Right. I mean, listen, the way he made it seem as if this girl be beating him. There were times we've had conversations. Christmas, oh my God, she beat me. New Year's, oh my goodness, she beat me. Do you remember?
I mean, she's obviously frustrated.
Right.
And, she doesn't know how to really express herself. So she, is to the point to where she figures laying hands is the best way for her to go to truly express herself or to make sure that he understands how she feels.
Or he's probably fucking lying. Like a lot of other things that he did.
Here's the thing. Women putting their hands on men is kind of different. It may be, she threw a dish at the nigga. Or she tried to, put her hands on him and shit like that, whatever. Like, you understand, I've been food poisoned by women. I've had gunshots. I've had a gun put in my face. You know what I mean? So, like, I've met fucking crazy. Like, he ain't meet crazy yet. You know what I mean? He's just dealing with a person that you know, she's frustrated and she's gonna lash out to a certain extent. So yeah, she might grab him or try to hit him, but not really trying to hit him.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, she hit me because she punched him in the arm or in the chest, or got mad and grabbed his shirt or whatever." You know, it's not like she pulled a blade out or wait till that nigga went to sleep and when he woke up the fucking 32 was sitting in his motherfucking face. She's sitting on your chest and shit.
Yo, what the? Yo, we got. Prodigy Malenko commented, he's probably jealous of her success. She probably has everything going for her, and he has nothing. He's very jealous, so he puts her down to make himself feel good, staying for the money and the sex.
In this case, I understand where he's coming from, and I don't think it fits this situation here because he has all the power. She doesn't.
Yeah. And
he made sure of it. So he found someone that he could control. I don't think that one fits this type of situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's that's what it is. That's basically in a nutshell.
Well, I mean, again, it's just I always say, like, we've all worked at a workplace before.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say the worst, and I mean no disrespect to anybody, the worst person you can give position of power to 99.9% of the time is a woman that is in a culture where the husband is dominant.
She reneges.
And the reason why I say that is because this is the only time she has the opportunity to have power, so she's overboard with it.
Yeah.
Just think about all the supervisors you've had in your lifetime. If they're in a religion where the woman is told to shut the fuck up, those women are always extra. Because at the workplace is the only opportunity they have power over, especially when it comes to a man, a male.
You know what? I can see that. I was a supervisor one time, and I had this woman. She was a Muslim woman who always wanted to challenge my authority. For more than one reason. I thought it was because of the age difference. I was younger than her, but I was
at the job is the only place she's able. He or she is she. Sorry, because all those religions tell women shut the fuck up, take this dick. All those religions tell the women to stay pretty much stay in a child's place. But, at the workplace, where they actually have the opportunity to kind of be free is where they're super extra because they know this is the only opportunity I have to really be able to, beat my chest.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, in a nutshell, as far as this situation goes, and I don't want to end it because, I really, really... And we have looked into very different reasons as to why, this type of shit happens. Why lie about her to another woman? Why not just tell the truth?
I remember, I've been with Michelle about 5 years now. So I remember like about 6-7 years ago, young lady I looked at, she was, to me, she was really nice. So I approached her. But I approached her with honesty and respect. She thought it was game.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like that time, like, if a dude walked up and said, "Yo, Shoei, you got a fat ass," she was like, "Oh, really?" She wanted to holler. But if I walked up and was like, "Yo, you're looking really nice tonight. Is there an opportunity for us to engage in an adult conversation where we get the opportunity to really know each other?" Mm-hmm. "Oh, this nigga trying to run a game on me." I'm like, "Bitch, did you just not hear what I just said?" So, again, it depends on the individual and, what they're kind of, like, used to. So, obviously, the woman in this situation was cool in the beginning because he's going to be nice in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to, set those, booby traps and stuff, and you just walking into every last one of them. Then once you get pregnant, oh, shit, it's really a wrap. You want to add more kids on top of that? Bitch, you here forever. So it's just more lines of, that's why I tell people to take your time, really get the opportunity to know someone. Don't just go by what a person tells you. Go by what they show you. I tell people all the time, you can tell me you love me till you fucking blue in the face.
Listen.
If you're not conducting yourself in I love you manner, it means nothing to me.
And you know what? And I listen, time after time, I know I have talked about men and certain things that they do, and oh my God, I never. This one here was one I would have never expected no shit like that from.
I mean, it's
Never. I would have never, ever. And I think about some of our conversations and some of the pictures that we've exchanged and some of the things that we've done. And, you know, he told me that women didn't find him attractive. You know, and that to me made, why are you laughing? That to me made him more attractive to me.
exactly.
Wait, he was running game on me?
Was he? And you walked into that motherfucking bear trap just like the other woman did.
Yo, that's not fair, man.
Well, I tell people this. You have to love yourself and care for yourself before you expect someone else to do it. So if I'm meeting someone and the first thing they're doing is downing themselves, then the conversation is over. There's no reason for me to conversate with you because it's called self-esteem. There's no way in hell it's my job to make you feel pretty or feel respected or loved or whatever the situation may be. Mm-hmm. It's not my fucking job.
I don't think he needed. I mean, that was never like main topic. Oh my God, I'm so ugly. But because of how smooth he was, and because of certain pictures and things that I've seen, I always question like why he was single. You know, and that was his excuse because I'm not that good looking. It was not, Kara, because I'm lying to you. I've been with this chick over in New York for 10 years. It was because I'm not that good looking.
Everybody you see. See, I'll be honest, I don't think the word single exists anymore.
Nah.
I think someone is always engaged in either you're in something, you just came out of something, or you're trying to get into something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, you know, you're not going to sit here and tell me no one's trying to holler at you. I don't give a fuck what you look like. Somebody love that shit. You know what I mean? You're not telling me no one's trying to holler. You ain't trying to holler at nobody. And, you know, there's not something going around. It kills me. People like, nah, I'm just to myself. Bitch, stop lying. Come on now. Stop it.
Yeah, he hit me with that, too.
You look at a lot of these. I mean, no disrespect. I ain't the most handsomest nigga in the world. I ain't the ugliest nigga in the world. But you look at a lot of these motherfuckers out here, and you're like, how the fuck is this person got kids?
Word.
Like, who fucking that? Like, fucking for real.
Word.
Like,
that I agree with.
You got some fucking head scratches out there. Like, does this motherfucker is rich? Like, she got magic pussy? Or, like, I don't know what it is. How in the fuck she got 4 kids? But it's just, motherfuckers are savages now.
Mm-hmm.
Looks mean nothing now.
I never thought he was an ugly guy. But, no, I ain't even going to touch on the woman that he's with. Because I've seen a woman on his profile page on Facebook. But I'm just, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be the girl who called me the other night. But if it was her, I feel sorry for her, especially because she knows about things that he's done.
So you think she's attractive?
No.
Okay. Well, see, that's it. I tell people this. I don't care if you got one wooden leg with a kickstand. There's somebody out there that loves it. Don't let anyone... That's what I tell you. Like, the person you with has to make you feel like the most specialist, important, greatest person in the world. That's how the person you're dealing with should make you feel. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's why I tell people, it doesn't matter. There are people out here with money or without money that you may not look attractive, that is happy as a motherfucking go-lucky. Mm-hmm. They got somebody that loves them for them. Mm-hmm. And it's easier for women to deal with a man that isn't the greatest looking person in the world, because women can take looks and be like, it ain't that serious.
Right.
It's harder for men to do that, because men always like, look what I got on my arms type shit.
Right.
Not like, look what I got on my arms after she just finished sucking my brother's dick. You know what I mean? So, you know, what's good, Goddess Simone? How you doing?
Hey, Simone.
You're married and everything. That's beautiful. Congrats, all that. To me, it's just more lines of like, I think he found someone who that he knew was in a situation where, you know what, she's not the most confident person in the world. So if I big her up, I'm gonna get her, and I'm gonna find someone that no matter what I do or how I do it is gonna continue to take me back.
But why stay with her if you're gonna bash her? That's almost like somebody coming out and be like, yo, you dirty motherfucker, your dick is little. And you go home at night and you end up being with that little dick dirty motherfucker. Like, what are you doing?
I hate when people do that. And this is what I tell you. If you see anybody ever comment about the person they dealing with or just got out of a relationship, that's a bitter motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Why do
because
men do
whatever
this?
that person got, you was there happy go fucking lucky with
Exactly.
it. And all of a sudden now it's an issue or problem.
Exactly. That was my biggest
Get
point.
your ass out of here.
Like, why is it that men bash the women that they're with, and then they'll go home and they'll lay up with them?
Oh, okay, Simone.
What's
All right,
Simone
she
say?
clarified. She went on to say, we're right. She's seen homeless couples out there in love walking hand in hand. I've seen that shit too.
Yes.
Yes. And those type of situations, I'm telling you, like, when you go through hell and hot water with someone, that's a bond that nobody can break.
Right.
I don't care what you look like. I mean, this person is in dire. Like, nigga, we ate 2 days ago. We trying to get a fucking Twinkie now. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one can compare with that kind of love. You know what I mean? That kind of, like, we really been through some shit.
Yeah.
You can't like make believe that or orchestrate that up.
Right.
She also goes saying, no, I'm not married. I
Okay.
was saying the terms of unattractive people with kids. They be married and everything. They keep their husband. Actually, I said women.
That's for sure.
Women are strong. I mean, a lot of women can, sit there and be like, listen, I don't give a fuck what he look like. He makes me feel special. He rubs my feet. He cooks dinner. And I'm cool with that. Women can do that.
But
it's hard as shit for men to do that.
Listen, to have it coming from another woman being told by your man, it's got to feel a certain way to the point where you just be like, man, fuck all this that we've been through together. You just told this bitch on the phone, I don't suck your dick right. Or you just told this bitch on the phone that I have no job and we're not having sex.
I will say this also. It's partly the individual fault who's caught up in this situation.
Me?
So for you to not know this person wasn't with someone is all your fault.
How?
It's all your fault.
She's in New York. He's in New Jersey.
Do they live together?
No.
So they live separate?
Yes.
Have you been to his place?
No.
Okay. This is what I'm telling people. You need to go through all of if we're trying to get to know each other, we need to try to get to know each other's situations.
But the only reason why it has not gotten that far, we have not taken it to that level, is because I don't trust myself in somebody else's house. And in my condition, I don't need to be trying to hop on nobody else's dick.
Oh, I ain't say you hop on a dick, nigga. I need to use the bathroom.
You know what? I
need something to drink. Nigga, you ain't dressed. Or you know what? You supposed to be there at 7, show up at 6:15. Walk upstairs and wait for this nigga to get ready.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, this is what I tell people. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. You can tell me this is the greatest no, it's all about what I see, what you actually show me.
Right.
You know, women, I'm independent, I'm this and that. And my favorite, I always say this. Women, like, it was a young lady. She's really pretty. Really pretty. But in her mind, she figures that, because she's pretty, she doesn't have to pay for anything. And I'm like, all right, so I already know you want a traditional wedding, right? She's like, yeah, I want big wedding, this and that. I was like, well, I hope your pockets is deep. She's like, what you talking about? I said, traditional wedding is when the bride's family pays for the wedding and the groom's family pays for the honeymoon.
Yeah.
So you're talking about something you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. You want something, it's I'll be like, oh, you want that? Let's do it. Because I ain't got to fucking pay for it. And I always tell, like, people, once you putting that yourself in that that category, it's always the wrong thing. Because you're letting, again, someone control your life.
Right.
Okay. Oh, nah, you don't need a job. You good. I got this booming business. Your name ain't on shit.
That's for damn sure. It's for damn sure. But you know, I for the life of me, I feel sorry for the girl. Oh, another important point that I brought up while I was telling the story was, she said to him as I answered the phone, I thought our daughter meant everything to you. Why do women always want to throw the damn kids at a man for the reason why they shouldn't leave if they're not happy?
Most people look at situations like that as a package deal. Because unfortunately, there are a lot of women out here that are keeping the kids from the father for a lot of the wrong reasons.
She kept saying that to him, like, oh, I know where to hurt you.
Right.
I know where to get you. I'm like,
exactly.
Damn, that bitch is trifling. Like,
exactly. So those are the situations where, you feel you can hit him where it hurts, and that is a child. But
if you
that shit don't work anymore.
That child.
Well, be honest, it doesn't even work anymore. Most niggas, the real niggas, want to be on child support, and this is the reason why I tell you why. You spend more fucking money when you're not on child support. That's just
true.
the real.
That is for damn sure.
Bitch, I'll drive you down there to put me on child. Let's go.
My baby father hit me with that the other day. Like, yo, I think I'm going to put myself on child support. I was like, word?
Nah, because it's just more lines. If you really think about it, you spend way more money when you're not.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Way more money.
That's for sure.
My daughter's mother thought she was doing some slick ass shit. I was spending about $300-$400 a week on my daughter. Clothes, my first child.
Shoot.
She got to have a different outfit every day. You buying fucking, the brand new fucking, because those who are Nike heads, when it comes like their releases every 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So my daughter got to have the freshest on her feet. And, we went through some shit, and she decided to do the child support, and that $300-$400 every week went into about $300 a month.
Yo, you know what? You see the shit?
No, but I'm saying, like, now, because the thing about it is her being spiteful, and the reason I spiteful is because she had a son.
Okay.
And she never put her son's father on child support, but she put me on.
Okay. You heard her more.
I ain't heard shit. She didn't get her fucking way. But, again, it's just more lines of her using the child thinking it's going to change something. But first of all, if you're married and we don't live together, that says something. I'm sorry. And a lot of people are married just because they're married and they don't want to spend to get a divorce. Mm-hmm. But that don't mean they're together. There's a difference in being married and being together. Now, I say if you're married, you took your vows in front of God before you move on to do anything with anyone, you should get a divorce.
Right.
I'm not saying you shouldn't get the opportunity to learn, to get to know someone. So when that divorce goes through, you're not in that stage where, okay, I need to, because once those papers are finally signed, it's different to saying I want a divorce and actually being divorced is different.
Yeah.
So, once you go through those steps and those stages trying to meet someone, not fucking them, you're still, trying to get to the point where you separate. That's different. Mm-hmm. So the fact that, they're married, but they don't live together, that says a lot.
Yeah. I didn't and won't ask him, like, after the whole situation happened, I texted him during the phone call conversation I was having with his girl on the phone.
But you wrong for having a conversation with her.
I didn't have a conversation per se with her. She called, who are you? And I'm like,
first of all, if you call my phone and tell me who am I, you getting hung up on.
When she told me who she was,
it didn't make a difference. She already started the conversation off the wrong way. You're not coming at me, hello, this is my name, I'm so-and-so, I'm Whistler's husband. Now we can have a conversation.
Right.
If you call me with that negativity, aggressive shit all from the bat, that means you're not trying to have a conversation. You want to have an argument.
Right.
You're trying to push a button.
I hung up. But it took her a couple of times to get through to me.
No, you did. No, you already started the conversation off the wrong way.
I did, but I hung up because I didn't want to.
No, I'm saying her,
I was
but
watching the Grammys.
The fact that she came off aggressive right there.
Yeah.
You didn't call with the right temperament. You're not ready for me.
Right.
So when in that situation, when you want to have a conversation with me, it'll be me, you, and him on the phone at the same time. Or you, me, and him at the same time, but we could get to the bottom of it.
It seemed like she had me on speakerphone because I can hear him right next to her. And I can hear him clearly and everything he's saying. And she's like, oh, that's your, she was calling him my cheerleader because he was telling her, like, yo, she's doing things with herself. You know, she's
Well,
working.
he a fool for saying, you should have hung up then too. I'm not sitting on the phone with you, him, and her. No, either we're gonna talk about are you in the. If he's not talking about I'm not with her, or whatever the situation may be, then there's no reason for me or you to have it.
Denying anything
So
that she was saying.
Then that would have been the last conversation me, him, and her would have ever had.
Yeah, he did eventually text me 2 days after.
Girl, you got an Android. I would block the shit out of motherfuckers. Your text reply would be you are not allowed, or this person's not accepting your texts, and when you call it goes straight to fucking voicemail.
Yeah. I didn't think he would call. But she messaged me later on that night to ask me if he had reached out to me that same night. And I didn't respond. No, I didn't respond.
Kudos to you.
I didn't respond. I let it go. I have not responded back to her. I don't tend to. There's no need for me to. And when he messaged me apologizing for what was called an unnecessary phone call.
If it wasn't done while all of us was on the phone, I don't hear it. Yeah. You can't tell me something after the fact that person's not around.
Right.
Now, if we're having this discussion, because I've seen it happen, where baby mothers or, wives just ran up, or girlfriends, and then they're like, bitch, it's over. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what you say. Right. And he telling her, the new girl he moved on with right from the jump, I'm choosing you.
Right.
I was in a situation with a woman, I fucked around her, she fucked around on me, and I'm dead like, all right, so what you want? You want him or me? Tell me right now.
Yeah.
Either, we could try to fix this, or you could just go ahead and be happy. But I'm not going to say do this back and forth shit with you.
Yeah. I mean, when he hit me up, it wasn't along the lines of where he was trying to get back or, have things back the way they were.
He was.
I don't think so.
He was. So what he did is he gave you some time. Anywhere between 1 to 4 weeks is what he gave you. To get you to calm down a little. Then he hit you with a little, see what kind of feelings he's going to get. And if you'd have started feeling, then he'd have started right over again. So he's trying to see where you at. Because if he gave up, he wouldn't give a fuck about it. He would have like, listen, apologize, wrong thing, and that's it.
That's all it was.
You know what I mean? He's trying to see what kind of response you're going to give him.
You know what? I gave him a response where I told him, the only thing I wanted was an apology. And then I think about it like
I don't want that.
He knows that this is what I do. He knows that I talk shit on Facebook.
Right.
He actually ended up blocking me on both of my Facebook pages that he was friends with me on. The day after I made that post about why men bash the women that they're with and lay up on them. So I knew that he knew that was directed towards him.
Right.
And also that post that I put up about when men are with their kids or when they disappear, that means they fucking their baby mother. That was 100% about him.
No, I understand what you're saying. You was like, I ain't trying to hear it. I would say this.
But that happened the day before. So I was I predicted it.
I always say, 90% of the time, a motherfucker could always fuck his baby mother, and his baby mother could always fuck her baby father. 90% of the time.
No.
90% of the time.
No. I guess I'm not 10%.
I would tell you right now, before I touch any of mine, I would walk off the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that's that 10%. But for the most part, you, especially those that had that long-term relationship, I know you. You know me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know what buttons to press, and so does she. Mm-hmm. There'll always be that kind of situation. And you were with that person because you was attracted to that person.
Right. For whatever reason.
For whatever reason, you was attracted to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe, you ain't got nobody else around. You and her finally had a good conversation, or her or whatever. And you look and you're like, damn, why couldn't it have been like this before?
Yeah.
And once you say that, you just open that door.
Right. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it made me feel a way. It hurt my feelings, especially because, like, you're trying to get to know somebody, and you're at the point where you don't know what's true and what's lies anymore. So then you start to think that everything was a lie.
Well, here's the thing. When a person makes you feel like that, what you do is you just step yourself out of the situation.
That's what I did.
There's no, if you feel that nothing can be proven to make you not feel that type of way, then no.
Yeah, that's what I did. And I want men to know that that's the way they make women feel when they do stuff like that. If you're not happy with who you're with, be honest with them before you bash them to the next chick.
Well, I mean, that's bitter. Nobody ever hear me say anything negative about the person I was with.
Yeah. I mean, I talk shit on here, but I'm not trying to be with them anymore.
I'm like, well, what happened just didn't work out.
Right.
And anybody that asks you some shit like that, a true friend is to sit there and be quiet as shit and wait for you to start the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Like we could spend 12 hours together, ain't got to spend 2 fucking words, but I was there.
yeah. That's
For
true.
you, if you was ready to unload your burden,
Yeah.
I was there when you was ready. If you were ready to at that time.
Right. I think another fucked up thing about this whole situation is, like, he happens to know the guy that has me in my situation that I'm in right now and had nothing but negative things to say about that guy,
Of course.
and then turned around and did kind of like the same shit. Kind of?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The person put you in that situation, y'all not together.
No.
So there is some kind of, I ain't saying bitter stuff, but there's something there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull on your strings. Man, I can't believe this person didn't treat you like the queen you deserve to be.
Yeah.
I already got you. You know what I'm saying?
my
Just like, yeah,
gosh.
easy like that. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is fucked up, man. That's what y'all men be doing.
That's what men be doing, not me. Don't put me.
That's how
Well,
we gonna
back in the
slide
days,
in there.
you know what I mean, when I was a smut bucket, yeah. You know, all right, I was first smut bucket, not I'm going to tell you the complete true smut bucket. When I was in like, my late teens, early 20s smut bucket. Oh man, I was oh gosh. I would study you so hard. I would learn what to say, how to say it. And it was all about just getting my way. And then I would run through your entire family and friends.
Did you see how fast my face went from a smile to like a serious face? I didn't expect to hear that.
I ran through this chick whole fat, man. I was horrid.
Yo, you know what? I'm done with men. I'm done. I'm done with men. I've never heard no shit like that before.
Hey, you gotta pay attention, man. You gotta pay attention.
Meanwhile, I honestly thought, I know you say to change my atmosphere and where I meet these people and everything else I got going on. This dude is the last dude that I would have ever thought.
I mean, that's the thing. You went in there with some kind of expectations. Nah. I mean, like me and Michelle, like, I wasn't looking, she wasn't looking. The last place I thought I would find a girlfriend would be the Shiloh
Where's that?
in Inglewood. Like hole in the wall bar.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lord.
But we were there for the event. My ex-partner, we were there supporting. I thought she looked nice. She thought I looked nice, and it turned into this. But it's just like, I wasn't looking for shit.
That's how it always
To
happens.
be honest with you, that night I wasn't even looking for pussy.
You know what?
Because we had an event we had an event in Manhattan, and then we had another event in Jersey, so we were already all over the place. And I was fucked up from the event in Manhattan because I'm a good tipper.
Mm-hmm.
And the bartender was like, I paid for like 2 drinks and I got like 6.
Okay.
And they were heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was ripped. So by the time I got to the event, I'm just worried about having a good time. I'm looking, I'm surveying, okay, nice, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, she had a revolving door. Everybody was trying to holler, so I didn't pay attention to it.
Wow. Well, maybe I'll end up at an event or something along.
No, I'm just like, just continue to make yourself the person you think you should be.
How the fuck do you know who to trust, though?
It's not about that.
It has to be.
That's what I'm trying to say. As long as you're on your best kind of, not your best. You search through your soul, whatever it is, and you know what you want and the way you want it or how you want it.
Yeah.
When people start to come at you, they'll tell you right away if they fit that category or not. And once you do that, no, nigga, not this way. Keep going. Another one, all right, you can go to the next stage. See, you done fucked up. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be at, like, nigga, summertime and you around a barbecue and shit, barbecue sauce, shit smelling good. You know what I mean? You be swatting shit left and right.
Hopefully. We'll see. Look. I'm not. Oh my god! I feel like I'm gonna have a whole between the show last night and today. I'm gonna have like a whole pity party.
No, it's
like,
not.
Kara,
Nah. Like I said, you know what I mean. If it ain't inbox about business or the show or whatever, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You're on maternity leave now. Should be you and your baby.
Yeah.
And once you do that, build yourself up. Summertime is coming.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You're running to something.
I hope so. I really do. Because, another thing that I know for a fact to be true is that women tend to get comfortable, to the point where you're with somebody for so long, you don't want to move on and meet somebody who's, deserves you,
right.
For who you are. I talked about this last night, too. And we get comfortable. We end up sticking around and staying with the one who treats us horribly. And that's one thing I said. If it took everything I had in me, I was going to change about myself. I'm going to bring my standards up a lot higher and respect myself a lot differently, and know what to accept and what not to accept and, shit like that. It's just hard to come across somebody and be able to trust them, because, again, like I said, this dude here, one of the last people that I thought would have been out here trying to play games like this.
I mean, if it was easy, everybody would be in a great relationship. It's not.
Yeah.
Because again, we don't understand the true nature of the relationship. What goes into a relationship. It's just more about, okay, this person look nice on my arm. Wow, fat ass. Wow, look at the sweatpants bulge. You know what I mean? We're not talking about stability. Okay, I don't give a fuck if you're working at McDonald's. A lot of motherfuckers who worked at McDonald's own franchises now, because McDonald's is one of the few companies that hire from within. They don't hire outside.
Right.
Very rarely they'll ever hire from outside.
Right.
So, you're at a part to where you're looking at someone that you will be able to see, okay, what's your goals?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable just being there, or you're saying, I'm here, I'm going to own me one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm going to business school.
I hear you.
I'm about something, on my way to do something.
Right.
Not, 6 years and, you still on fries. You know what I mean?
Yo, you a damn mess. All right, y'all. So, talked about my topic for this week. Next week, I want to get into a little bit of what Michelle was talking about last night. And that was about married men who stay in the inbox of women on whatever social media platform, whether it be Facebook or Instagram. I have the majority of the people that follow me on all three of my Facebook pages as well as my Instagram page are all married. I get pictures of them all the time in all different types of ways, in all different types of fantasies.
Put the niggas on blast. I don't give a fuck.
So next week, we're going to... we got to talk about that a little bit. Ladies, if you got a man who sit up in your inbox all the time and then he posts pictures of him and his girl together and you snicker, you want to definitely make sure you holler at me before next week. I guess we'll put him on blast. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I got a lot of I got a guy in my inbox that just had a baby. And while his wife was in labor, he was messaging me pictures of his dick. Like, what's going through the minds
That's
of
what
men?
you need to have a topic for.
What?
Like, are women really turned on by dick pics?
We can talk about that next week, too.
Because that's the,
I had somebody ask me, one of my friends hopped in my inbox and asked me, do women like to watch men masturbate?
If that's your man or, your girl, that's a great sight in the fucking world. But I'm just saying, a chick to send me a photo of her naked on some lingerie. How many other niggas did you send that to?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not impressed with that.
Yeah. No, I get you. Okay, so we'll talk about that next week, too. See how we just come up with topics.
Exactly.
I'm trying to do as much as I can. At this point, I see myself just like, if I have the baby, being out that 1 weekend and then coming right back.
You know, we portable. I come to the house, but hospital room.
Listen, you want to record the delivery?
Absolutely not.
He'll be here in about between 3 to 4 weeks, so we'll see how we'll play it by ear. But if I end up going into labor, I'll definitely make sure I let everybody know in one way or the other. You can find me on Facebook, Kara Jones, KERAJONES, or on Instagram at UR_goddess, GODDESS 35. Either way, I'm not hard to get in contact with, so get at me for some, show ideas and stuff. And participate. Tell your friends and tell their friends about Grown Talk with Goddess. Next week, we're back at 7, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
I know Michelle says she's not on next week because of...
That's Friday. Yours is Saturday.
Okay. So next week, we'll be back on...
Saturday, we're at 4.
Okay. We'll be back on at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Actually, I have my photo shoot that day, too.
What day? What time?
My photo shoot's 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, you good.
So I know I'm not going to have any pictures to show y'all. But
I was about to say, bring some pictures to show people.
Listen, depending on how fast you can get them edited and stuff, if I can...
Tell them to give you like 2 or 3.
Okay. All right. So I'll show y'all my maternity shoot pictures.
There you go.
Yay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Goddess Simone, for chatting with us. She's always around.
Yeah.
You're
Thank you
so
for the
dope.
support.
Yes,
Definitely.
thank you so much for the support. Tell your
Are
friends.
you in the tri-state area? We got to get you up here.
Yeah.
You got to let us know if you're in the tri-state area. We got to
That'd
get you
be
up
dope.
here.
That'd be dope.
Come pick you
one
up,
of
whatever
us know.
needs to be done.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in to see.
For you, this one for you. This one for you, this one for you, this one for you. Summertime blue. Falling ship, all aboard, brace the dip, love at war. Wish I could do magic just like Dumbledore. Would we be a better fit if I wasn't so reckless? Never did I leech onto you, wasn't looking a benefit. Follow me.